I am so convicted that many of us Christians today do not understand Jesus and the way Jesus wanted life to be lived in this world as a Christian. And sometimes in the name of Christian, we actually become unchristian and we do and say things that Jesus himself would completely disapprove. So this series is a series of short lessons that will prompt you to go and study out some of the culture that Jesus had. Let's begin. In Matthew 5 verse 44 it says, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. In a culture of honor and revenge, forgiving your enemies is taken as weakness. Think about it. When was the last time that someone did something wrong to you and you immediately, your first thoughts were, this person needs Jesus, this person needs forgiveness? Think about that. Christians today, even Christians, sorry, I'm recording outside and it's quite noisy. Even Christians prefer retaliation, lawsuits. You would hear a Christian, wanting to take a Christian to court, another Christian to court. Things that the Bible is so, in 2 Corinthians, it says, wouldn't you rather be wronged than take your brother to court, another Christian? Christians cut people off. Christians are tempted to swear on the roads when someone cuts them off. Why? Because we do not understand Jesus' culture. Now I know it feels, unjust, to be hurt by somebody, especially somebody you love, especially somebody you call your own brother or your own sister. But following Jesus is about radical forgiveness, unfiltered radical forgiveness. That is the love that Jesus is calling us to. And when we demonstrate that, we demonstrate to the world what God has called us to. Right? Unquestioned. And that is what the whole thing about selflessness is. As a Christian, when you look at another human being and you put yourself first, many a times we don't do it because it's easy to do. But when it actually becomes difficult, especially when that person has wronged you, that person has done something against a family member of yours, that person has cheated you, it becomes very easy for us to behave like the world. And I know it hurts, but that's just the whole thing. When it hurts, when it's inconvenient, we have got to act like Christians. We have got to act like our Lord Jesus Christ. Wait for lesson number 2.